Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sport Aces podcast. Oh, man, we're here at episode 14.
Yes, sir.
Episode 14, we're back here. Big news, big announcement. We on Apple Podcasts now. So, go ahead, give us a follow on Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star rating, because, we want to give the listeners a great perspective in the world of sports, from NBA, NFL, college basketball, upcoming. We got Major League Baseball, which Anthony can't wait to talk about because, it's epic this week for him.
Opening day. I'm gonna start paying attention more to baseball. I feel like I have to.
I mean, I feel like I follow baseball, but like if you ask me about like certain players on the whole roster, I'm like, I can't get you all that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I get a little nerdy with the stats, but
it's okay. It's okay.
I like stats.
Yeah.
It's
a good fall.
Yeah, and like before we get started, just want to go ahead and give us a shout out to Hometown Worldwide for being a great sponsor for this podcast. Go ahead and get your merchandise at www.hometownworldwide.com. And I know everybody's out there wondering where's Coach Jessica Minetti due to schedule conflict. We will move it to next Tuesday, so be sure to tune in next Tuesday. When we have her on the podcast, it's going to be great having her up here. I'm gonna be honest, I have some great questions for her. I don't know about y'all, but I have some amazing questions.
I got a few. Got like maybe 5, 10.
Yeah,
I didn't want to copy you.
Well, now that I'm actually gonna be able to go, I'm gonna have to come up with some questions.
I seen you my question list, and you're gonna be like, you did a lot of research on this lady.
Yeah.
I'm like, I did.
I got a few out there ones. I did a little extra. There's not too much info on her.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. We'll talk after the podcast about the questions.
We good.
Yeah. But man, we gotta transition to the NFL right quick because it's very interesting. The fortunate events that was breaking news yesterday. I was at work watching Downtown TV. Shout out to Mike, shout out to Tony, shout out to Brian, shout out to everybody at Downtown TV because they part of SCM. Shout out to you guys. And, I was watching their show, and then, after I watched this show, middle of it, I closed out. I received an alert on my phone from the whole league about Aaron Rappaport talking about what Lamar Jackson said. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be honest, this situation is very interesting to me. I don't know how it feels about y'all, but I find it very interesting now.
Yeah, no, Lamar, obviously, requested a trade, whatnot. I could see a few teams making a move. I'd like to see Atlanta get in there, especially with that wide open NFC. So I'd like to see him go out of conference, I guess is where I'm getting at.
So they, I don't know if y'all follow ESPN NFL. They gave like 5 team scenarios that they presented that they figured would be great scenarios. So the first one was the Falcons. Mm-hmm. So if they don't offer him or they go for a trade for Lamar, that's just 2 first-round picks, right?
Yep.
So the Falcons can trade their 8th pick and the first-round pick for next year. They got the current salary cap at $22.4 million. The quarterbacks they have on the depth chart, they have Desmond Ridder and Tyler Heineke, which, in a sense, I can see why the Falcons wouldn't go for him because they want to give Ridder one year to see what he can do. They brought in Tyler Heineke as a good backup or potential starters, see what they can do with that. And if it doesn't work out, I know the head coach, he's out there. Those 2 guys hitting the showers. That's for the Falcons. The second one is you guys' team, the Jets. The problem with the Jets is, of course, y'all already know the owner, and they're really investing in Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
Right now.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. They too invest in Aaron Rodgers. So
no backup plans for
Unfortunately, we really should be going for Lamar Jackson because he's a better long-term option for us.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd have to pay him more money.
But I feel like it's worth it though because
100%
you put Lamar Jackson in that offense with Garrett Wilson. That's oh my god.
Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. That's all you
that's
secondary playmakers.
Yeah, like it's just like
if we traded the 13th pick for Lamar Jackson, I don't care.
Yeah.
No, question.
I don't give a single fuck.
Oh, I got a question to ask both of y'all. Have y'all ever had scrambling QB that was like a starting scrambling QB?
No.
Okay,
We've always had pocket passers.
All right, I just wondering.
I mean, we had Vic and Tebow
periodically.
but
Vic was like in his older years, so I mean, I don't really count.
I mean, but that's the extent of the running QBs we've had. We've had only pocket guys, traditionals.
Good.
Now,
I mean, we need a change.
Yeah. So
now a 26-year-old former MVP.
Yeah.
I'm very happily take him.
Yeah. So then after the Jets, they had the Colts, which, they had the 4th pick, traded their first round pick, the 4th pick, and the next year's draft. I mean, they have $21 million in the salary cap right now. They got Nick Foles, Garner Minshew, and Sam Ehlinger, but
none of those guys.
None of those guys is not it. I think the Colts, they probably gonna be focused more into the draft.
That's what I was.
They probably gonna want to get a young guy because they don't want
Lamar.
They don't want to pay that much for a QB right now. They just want to get the young guy.
They're kind of retooling too.
Yeah,
they want to build around a guy.
Yeah, they think they already got their plan for
the
that.
difference between the Colts and the Jets and Falcons, though, is because the Jets and Falcons have more of an established roster than the Colts. I would say the Colts, besides Pittman and Taylor, they don't really have any other offensive weapons.
No.
Yeah,
which is a problem for them.
They did lose Paris Campbell.
Yeah.
So.
And the Colts are gonna try. I bet you I think they take Levis, to be honest.
Yeah, I
think I can see Richardson
or Richardson.
Whoever someone's got to fall.
Levis. It's gonna be Levis.
I think Levis had a pretty good pro day,
but they all did.
But I think what's going to happen is I think it's going to be Richardson because I think with his athleticism it makes everybody's eyes big, but they're going to go off how they did in college, their mechanics. They're going to be really technical with Richardson because he's a running quarterback. They're going to be like, hey, I don't know if we can establish our offense around him. With the Colts, they probably not going to do it. I think Josh McDaniels, he has a history with running quarterbacks when he had Cam and try to make things work. So hopefully, depends how it goes. Richardson in Las Vegas would be great, but
I think he fits. I think he fits really well with the Panthers, though.
Same. I really feel like that'd be a good fit because you're coming in to the Panthers team where you got vets in the receivers.
Exactly.
You got some vets. You're getting some good leadership around you, so you can build off that a lot. Now, the 4th team was the Buccaneers. They had the 19th pick in this year's draft, and they could trade the first round pick of next year. They have $5.7 million in the cap right now.
That was going to be my point.
That's the problem.
That's the problem, and they have Baker and Kyle Trask. I think for the Bucs, I'm gonna be honest. This probably might be their rebuilding.
Well, the thing.
I don't know if it's rebuilding because they still got
The thing with the Bucs, they still have 2 of the better receivers in the league.
Yeah.
With Evans and Godwin, they don't have a running back though. That's the problem. Rachaad White's not bad.
They're so deep in salary hell. They can't physically give him the contract he wants.
Yeah.
The Bucs, probably out of all the teams that were listed on that list, are probably the most unlikely in my opinion.
Well, I think
just because
Dolphins,
of the cap.
Dolphins is unlikely too.
No, yeah, because of Tua.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a question of his health and the cap, but it's a question of health with Tua. The Dolphins don't need Lamar Jackson, and honestly, I really hope not because we don't need any more people in the AFC East, man. We're good.
No, the team.
New England one scares me though. I don't want that. I can't have that.
The team that I felt like could be a great fit was the Texans. I think Texas traded second pick and a first round pick next year. They had $25 million in the cap, so I mean, hey, you only got Case Keenum and David Mills.
Texans make a lot of sense, but they just don't have any buddy there.
Yeah. But I feel like if the Ravens going to trade Lamar, they're going to trade him to a bad team. That's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to if they're going to trade him to any team, it's going to have to be a team that need a QB within those top 10 picks. And they're going to try to get that type of, that top first round pick.
They want the pick.
The problem with the Jets too is we don't really have a lot of cap for that.
No, but I mean, if we could fit Rodgers,
when we get Rodgers, our cap we're gonna go negative.
Oh yeah,
super negative.
Yeah,
we're already pretty close. I think we're at 9.
We're teetering.
10.
No, we're teetering.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was in the comment section. I was seeing how people was feeling about they were trying to compare he want the Deshaun Watson deal, he wants this, he want that, but
he's not gonna get that anywhere.
Well, this is
Maybe
the thing.
Falcons.
Well, this is the thing. I would say when I look at the Deshaun Watson deal, that kind of that deal was off the Browns being desperate for a QB.
Yeah,
and they wasn't even sure they wasn't even gonna have him this season.
So, no, they knew he was gonna come back.
Yeah, they knew, but they didn't think he was gonna come back that bad.
But like you said, it was all just to get the Browns out of the media hell because no one wants to talk about them. Yeah. So now they have Watson. Oh, big story. Quarterback coming back.
It's just the Browns just.
I mean,
the Browns are going down, man. They're not going to be good.
No, it was they had hope, and then it was just
it was gone.
It was just so quick.
Yeah.
That's how it is in the NFL, man. A team can be looking promising, and then things can go down.
Unless you're the Patriots, everything goes to shit.
Everybody can't follow
the Rams.
Everybody can't follow that formula, man. Everybody now these days they want to build a Super Bowl roster for that one.
Bro,
year.
We might see that with the Eagles this year. Yeah. We may see that. I don't think they're not gonna go negative.
I'm gonna be honest,
they're not gonna be the best team in the league.
I think they're gonna be 11-6.
11-6. That's
11-6, 10-7.
Yeah,
I can see them going to that record. I wouldn't look at them as going back.
Their defense is just in shambles. They have no.
Yeah, because that's gonna be their biggest question going into the season. It's you lost offensive coordinator, you lost your defensive coordinator, so
you lost your whole defense.
Yeah. So it's kind of
it's just
it's going to be a Vikings type of situation for them.
Yeah, the NFC's so open though. There's no way they don't at least make the.
Oh no, the NFC they have the best quarterback in the NFC, so they have no problem making the playoffs. They're just not going to be as good.
Even though it's hard for me to accept that, but I'm gonna give credit when it's due. They do have one.
Well, yeah, your division has two of the top probably 5 quarterbacks in the NFC.
Yeah,
him and Dak. So
yeah, I think this year. I feel like this is kind of the times where Dak really need to step it up.
Oh, absolutely.
As a QB, I think he need to step it up.
This season. These next couple of years are gonna make or break his career.
Yeah, because I feel like he was injured, then he came back and it was promising, but it was the picks that was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But then he had a great playoff game.
One game.
One playoff game that was a phenomenal game, which
he played great in that game.
And that would have been the game right there. Like this. If he could play like that in all year, I think we have a chance of winning this shit and it would be great.
That's the problem, dude. He's just so inconsistent, man.
And then it's people say, why we couldn't go back to that rookie year. I mean, it was a different coordinator, different coach.
You have to think about this. There's no film. Zero film.
Yeah, so it was
nobody expected him to even play.
Even with Zeke, and I know people wondering, hey, y'all release Zeke. I know it's a big hit on y'all, but the only thing it affects is just we just need to get a running back in the draft. That's the only thing that really matters.
It's a very replaceable position.
Yeah.
Quarterback is not replaceable.
The most expendable position in the NFL, running back.
It is because I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna sit here. I know Giants fans might get a little angry when I say this, but if Saquon would have got hurt this year, y'all would have kicked him out the fucking door.
Yeah.
Y'all wouldn't franchise tag him if he didn't have the season he had.
Giants fans are lucky that he had a great season.
That's what I'm saying.
He carried them.
He had the best season of his career, arguably, besides that 2019 season.
With Eli.
Yeah. He had a great year. But the problem is they're not paying him. Even next year. No way.
That because they gave the money to Daniel Jones, and that's what I'm going to fucking say to all the Giants fans.
You don't pay running backs, bro.
This is what I feel. I feel like if Daniel Jones don't play up to his fucking contract,
he's not going to.
Then it's going to be y'all just wasted this much money.
I hope he doesn't.
Because
I hope he doesn't either, so I control.
He didn't even have a touchdown a game this year.
No.
And then what will grind my gears is the people that was making it seem like Daniel Jones was better than Dak. And I'm like this. He wasn't, because Daniel Jones only made throws that he can only make.
I have a financial aspect of that for you.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott makes 4 years, 160. Where did Daniel Jones get extended? 4 years, 160. They make the same amount of money.
Yeah.
But Dak is considerably
better.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones has had probably about 2 or 3 games in his career where I could say he's worth that contract. The playoff game against the Vikings, his rookie year when he had 4 touchdowns and no picks, or was it 5 or something like that? 4 or 5 touchdowns and no picks. Those are the 2 games where I can point to the fact that he's worth that money. The rest of the games, he's an average game manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you say anything more, you don't watch the game. You don't watch the game.
Delusion,
and you don't watch the game.
Yeah.
Watch the game. The Giants are good. They were good last year. They started off the season 7-2, right? Not because of Daniel Jones.
No, but like when you look at the teams they played against, it wasn't
that
like,
too. But that's not their fault.
Yeah, that's not
Strength
their
of
fault.
schedule. The Eagles had an easy schedule.
They did.
They did.
So did you guys.
Was it really easy?
The Buccaneers. Okay.
Well, in the circumstances that happened, if Dak didn't get hurt, it was going to look like an easy schedule. When Dak got hurt, I was even skeptical about our season because, we had Cooper Rush. I mean,
yeah, you started off 4-0.
Cooper Rush did what he did. I'm glad, we're bringing him back for another year just to be a backup. Because he's a pretty good guy, good relief pitcher,
No, he's a solid backup.
No, yeah, you guys.
You always need a backup QB, man. That's what's really important. So,
you guys had Tampa Bay, Cincinnati. You guys won that game. That's a tough game. Giants, Washington, who were in the beginning of the year were not that good.
Yeah.
Rams sucked.
Yeah.
Eagles, tough team. Detroit.
Well, this is when I think Dak just got back.
Yeah, Prescott. Yeah, he came back here.
Yeah.
So Detroit at that point was not very good.
Okay.
Chicago sucks. Green Bay.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. That Chicago game, I'm gonna have to give credit to that. Like Justin Fields, give him some better coaching and some weapons. He's gonna be a dangerous.
No, yeah, absolutely. It's not
year.
Justin Fields. Let's get this straight.
Yeah.
Not Justin Fields at all. Then the Bears are making a lot of moves that are gonna help this guy out. DJ Moore is huge. That's huge. He needs to develop a little bit more as a passer, I think, but that'll come with time.
I remember when they first made that trade for DJ Moore. Everybody thought it was the great train robbery. That they was like, yo, they really got everything.
They spent a lot of money too. They spent like
the Bears have the most cap space. They should.
Yeah,
they have like $40 million in cap space this year.
Yeah.
They should be paying somebody because they're gonna pay. So if they're keeping, they're gonna keep Fields.
So go to like their positions, like click on their positions. So when you look at receivers, you guys still got Claypool on there, Mooney. Moore, and then we got St. Brown. We forget about him.
Equinemius St. Brown. He's a great return guy. Yeah, good return guy.
You have that.
Cole Kmet, decent tight end.
Kmet's, to be fair, the tight end position nowadays, he's one of the better. Like if you look at, he's probably a top 10.
Then the running backs.
They signed Foreman.
Foreman's a good pickup.
Okay.
He's a good pickup.
They did lose Montgomery.
Yeah, but I feel like Foreman was a good, pickup.
Foreman was solid last year.
Yeah, he was a good pickup. Because
I think he fits well with that offense.
Because I feel like Montgomery was hurt last year. So
he was.
Khalil Herbert played pretty well.
I would honestly start Herbert. I would have a committee between Herbert and Foreman because it worked in Carolina with him and Hubbard.
Yeah, then they got Edmonds.
Yeah,
that was
and Edwards.
Chase Edmonds.
Tremaine
Edmonds. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That was
he's
a
good.
Big pickup. I was like, they really trying
He's an underrated. He comes under the radar every year.
Yeah, man.
He was on the Bills, right? Mm-hmm. Before that, yeah. He's an underrated linebacker, man. He's quick. He's like what Quincy Williams should be.
Yeah,
he's a better Quincy Williams.
We could not have paid that contract, but I would have loved him.
Oh no, we could not afford him.
No,
especially with Quinnen. We still have to extend Quinnen Williams. But I don't know what we're doing here.
Nah, I think y'all do need to extend him though,
because our whole priority is focused on Rodgers, and Quinnen's just sitting here like, well, I was best defensive tackle in the league this year. Where the hell is my contract? All pro.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Jets, let's get going.
If Aaron Rodgers do not come to the fucking Jets,
honestly,
I swear to God,
we made all these damn moves to get all these players for this dude, and it's not even him though. It's the Packers.
It's the Packers being traded.
You can't even blame Rodgers for this. It's literally the Packers. They're like, oh, we want like all this shit for him for a fucking 39-year-old. Yeah. Like they want 2 first-rounders for a 39-year-old QB that's probably gonna play for us for 2 seasons. Like, be realistic, bro. Like,
if we don't get,
I know
there's nothing
they're preying on us because they know we're desperate.
That's desperation.
They know we're desperate though because we don't have a choice.
The best quarterback out there is Carson Wentz.
And I know, and I really, really am scared because if we somehow fumble this Rodgers situation, by the time that this whole all blows over, Lamar is going to be signed somewhere. Carson Wentz is going to be our only option. I've been thinking it since he got released.
Is Carson Wentz?
I could just see him in a Jets jersey.
Teddy Bridgewater.
I would rather have Bridgewater, honestly. You know he's injury prone.
Like Flacco.
Fuck no, dude.
Blaine Gabbert.
Dude, there's none. We would have to draft like Hendon Hooker or something at 13. Like we'd have to take him in like the second round. Like
it'd be so painful.
It's crazy, man.
It's just scary, dude, because we really should. Like, honestly, if this Packers stuff doesn't get resolved soon, we need to start talking about Lamar.
Still available in free agency.
We need to talk about Lamar.
Can you go up that list? I need to.
Is Carson Wentz, Teddy Bridgewater. That's really it.
Those are just the quarterbacks.
I mean,
we still got Joe Flacco.
Well, OBJ's available.
I mean,
he's probably the top free
regular
agent.
players. There's some decent guys left.
He's probably the
quarterbacks.
top.
Everybody's gone.
OBJ's probably the top free agent that's remaining, in my opinion. But he wants too much
go
money.
back up.
These are the signed guys.
Oh no, I'm about to say you could adjust it to see get the guys who's unsigned.
Available. Yeah.
So I mean, nobody gonna get Galladay because he's.
Till Lawan's pretty good.
Lawan should. I'm surprised he's not signed already.
Zeke will go somewhere.
I saw this thing about Zeke. It was like he's more interested in us than we are in him.
Yeah.
We don't want him.
I mean, that would be a good pickup.
He wants to come there because he knows that Rodgers. He's eventually going to play with Rodgers.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Because eventually it's gonna get. I feel like it's gonna get done. Like it's gotta be.
Yeah, I mean, look at this list. I mean,
there's some okay players out here.
Yeah, I mean,
Fournette.
Bro, Luan would be a great signing for us.
I've seen us linked with Ben Jones, the center from Tennessee.
Yes, that would also be a decent signing because McGovern's all right.
McGovern's all right. I don't love McGovern.
Wait, Kareem Hunt's a free agent.
Kareem Hunt would be bad.
Kareem Hunt.
Someone pick him up.
He needs his own
team.
The
Cowboys pick him up?
Kareem Hunt needs his own team again. He was so good when
that'd
he was
be
with
pick up Kareem.
I mean, he fucked it up with his hands.
He did. Kareem, no, his leg.
Oh, he was the kicker.
He was the kicker.
Kareem
is the kicker.
Thought he was the hitter.
No,
someone else.
Kicker.
All these running
Joe Mixon is the hitter. And Ray Rice.
All these running backs, man, they need to relax.
It's all running backs, bro, or D linemen. It's all. It's always D.
Do you remember Zach Stacy?
Yes, I remember Zach Stacy. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that video?
Do you know what we're talking about?
It's brutal, bro.
Yo, what is up with y'all and the subliminal jokes? Like, come on, guys.
It's not even Zach.
Ain't even subliminal.
Zach Stacy, bro, that video was fucked.
Zach Stacy's fucked up human being for that video.
I didn't see that video.
You gotta watch it.
When I said the Kareem Hunt and talking about hitter, come on, man, stop.
It's a kicker.
Stop the kicker.
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem.
People brushed that away.
They did. They didn't even get
I remember.
He fit perfectly with the Cowboys. You know it too. Y'all had Greg Hardy.
No comment.
You're the Bengals of the NFC.
Y'all had Greg Hardy.
And we did have Pac-Man Jones.
Yes, you did.
Pac-Man's funny. He's on Pat McAfee.
Yeah, he is.
Funny guy.
He was a guest the other week. Yeah.
He is on I Am Athlete too.
Pac-Man Jones, man, he was nice.
He was good. He was a good quarterback.
He was on the Titans early in his career.
I remember when Chris Berman used to do his highlights. Be like, whoop!
I love.
He do that the Pac-Man thing when he be running his
Pac-Man.
Turn back. He be like, ooh. I was like, oh, these guys.
Once ESPN got rid of him, they started going downhill. No
offense,
ESPN.
Retired. I thought he retired.
No,
they let him go.
They got rid of him.
And
then they brought him back because the fans went crazy.
They sold on that, dude.
Because it's like he made watching sports fun.
He made the top 10. He made like the plays so much better.
Yeah, like the plays of the week.
The highlights.
That was back when ESPN was about highlights and not just
oh my God.
People
speak
yapping.
That shit. Talk about it. Bro,
I could go off on ESPN has been going downhill for years.
They've changed like everything about them.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. They were the top like sports network for so long, and then they just decided that they need more people to go on there and because so many.
talk.
I mean, there's so many sports networks now, like Fox, and CBS, and Turner, and all that shit, and that Bally too. But we learned Bally's going downhill. Yeah. So
look at Julius Randle donating to the literacy enhancement program.
They definitely took that shot like 3 times.
Look at that. Well, how much you donated? How much you donated? I want to see how much donated. He donated almost $1 million.
Yeah, he's making a lot of money.
He should. He's on a max.
He's making a lot of money. I'm gonna look it up right now.
He's nearly on a max, right?
Yeah.
Julius Randle, the contract he signed was 4 years, 117.
Yeah, he got it.
Some bread.
Yeah,
that's not
bread.
You got it.
That's a max, not a super max. That's a max.
Yeah, that's a good deal in the NBA. He's making $29 a year.
Nah, I can see the Knicks gonna make another big sign.
Well, let me pose this. Okay, so
since we transition to the NBA.
Yeah. Since we transition to NBA, so it's kind of like the Lamar situation. We're talking about the Celtics and Jaylen Brown because Jaylen Brown feels like he is disrespected by Celtics fans. And there's some, rumors swirling around that he might be leaving. Now, if he makes All-NBA this year, he's entitled to make $287 million with his next contract if he stays with the Celtics. So, if you're Jaylen Brown, do you go to your own team or do you tough it out with the Celtics? Because I feel like if they win this year, I'm staying.
All right, so Pete,
because both Tatum and Brown are going to get paid.
So you know what the Jaylen Brown situation remind me of, and this is going to be bringing back memories. This is going to be when the Magic's fumbled Shaq.
They did.
This is like not saying like this is the same like big man difference. They 2 different players, but this is remind me of that situation with Jaylen Brown. If he want to be his own star on another team, he can do that. He can get that deal. Mm-hmm. He can do that. But what teams is he gonna be a perfect fit for?
I mean, he's from Cali, so maybe somewhere going back there.
But honestly, think about this. Hear me out, Trailblazers. Him and Dame together.
I can see the Trailblazers being the only one that can have that cap to get him. Because the Lakers is not going to get him because they in cap hell.
They don't want him anymore.
The Clippers already got PG.
Well, if we exclude teams on the West, there's definitely other teams you can go to.
Like where? Like what other teams?
So if you're thinking like, okay, so OKC's not going to blow it up for Brown. So you immediately get rid of OKC since they have so much cap, they have so much picks, and they already have young talent that hasn't even played yet.
Well, they got Gideon, like Shea, and they definitely going.
They're going to keep that core
together.
And
they got
Jalen Williams,
Chet Hogan going to come back. So
so you take out the Thunder from the equation.
No.
The Jazz are another team where you could maybe see him going to pair him up with Lowry. That would be interesting because they're
second on cap.
The Jazz?
Yeah.
The Blazers are first?
The Blazers they're pretty far down. They're 22nd.
I'm assuming the Magic are up there on cap.
The Magic are 6th. Number 1 is Houston.
But he's not going to go to Houston.
I'm going to be honest. I can see Pop getting him.
They're second.
It could be like a DeRozan type of situation. But he's better. I think he's better than DeRozan.
Build on Jaylen Brown, a number 1 pick, possibly Wemby.
It could work, but I feel like if you're the Celtics, you're taking that pick. For Brown, he's probably worth a couple of first rounders. He's an All NBA player.
Jaylen Brown's averaging 27, 7 boards, 3.5 assists,
as a second fiddle.
Yeah.
Imagine he has his own team. He's averaging over 30.
He's shooting 50% from the field.
Yeah,
he's 35. He has his own
squad. He's shooting over fit. He's scoring over 30 a game.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how the season go for the Celtics. If they get some upset in the first round, he's gone. He's gone.
I think he's gone no matter what. If you're asking me.
Well, it depends on where is he playing for? Is he playing for the team that he want to be with Tatum and build a championship run with Tatum, or is
he feels disrespected by not only the fans but kind of by the organization as well?
I mean, they were shopping him around for KD at one point.
Yeah, he was in trade rumors. Like fans disrespect him.
Well, that's the business of basketball, especially when in the front office. Everybody know that. Like,
yeah, I mean,
the business of basketball, like no matter what type of level you are.
But they're not putting Tatum on the trade block.
Because for the Celtics, they look at Tatum as their guy, and which Brown want to be that guy for
Arguably, Brown is just.
But Brown had to take the realization that Tatum is their
And that he knows that.
Yeah.
He knows that. So you could.
That's why he wants to leave.
Yeah. So you could get that money from the Celtics, but I think the Celtics kind of set on like
because the Celtics, like if you take Brown out of the equation, right? This is your starting lineup. You got Marcus Smart, former Defensive Player of the Year, and you got Derek White, who's been really, really good for them at shooting guard, and then you got Tatum at small or power, depending on Grant. I think Grant leaves. He wants too much money. He wants like $20 million a year. Do you hear that? That's ridiculous.
I don't think
he's a role player.
I don't think
he's a role player. He ain't worth $20 million a year.
It's guys like that he gonna end up going to Houston, and then when they not do good in Houston or not do good anymore.
Bro, I don't know. If you're Grant Williams, you're averaging under 10 a game. How can you ask for $20 million a year?
I feel like he should have just asked for like 12.
I mean,
$20 million a year.
He reminds me of like a Jay Crowder guy. Like he's like he'll bounce around as like a wing.
He's solid on the defensive end, but not enough to. Guy. But he's not even. His defense is like it's a little above average. It's nothing crazy. The thing with Brown though, Brown is a two-way player.
I mean, Brown, he's got this year making 27. Next year, he's making 28.5, and then he goes to free agency in 2024 offseason as a UFA. Yeah, I think he sticks it out.
Yeah, Tatum just signed that big contract, didn't he?
Yes.
So he's locked in.
He's locked in for 30.5 this year.
And he's locked in until what?
26.
26.
He'll be 28 then.
And he's gonna get a big ass contract from them.
Definitely.
But that means because they have to pay Brown. They'd have to pay Brown before him.
Yeah, they pay Brown 2 seasons before Tatum.
So if you're Brown, you stick it out for 2 more years with the Celtics.
This year and next.
And then you test. I think he tests free agency.
Yeah.
Because if he has an All NBA season this year and next year, he's gonna command huge money on the open market.
Who?
Brown.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to see who's
even if he's
how long Brown's on contract for?
He's
got 1 more year after this year.
So he's this year making 26.5. Next year he makes
so
28.
like that's understandable. That's understandable.
Is it a player option or it's not a player option? Okay.
Tatum as a player option for the year after next.
Okay, so Brown, I would leave, man. I'm telling you right now. If the Celtics don't win a chip in the next 2 seasons,
the 2024 free agent class is headlined by LeBron, Paul George, and Kawhi.
Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, Tobias Harris.
Like both LA teams could very easily.
Chris Middleton, James Harden, Pascal Siakam, Drew Holiday, Porzingis.
That's not this summer. That's next summer.
That's next summer.
No. Yeah, I know next summer. Like this.
No, I'm just making sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the next summer. Kyle Lowry, Gordon Hayward, DeMar DeRozan, Draymond Green, Buddy Hield, Mike Conley,
Sabonis,
Lonzo Ball, Eric Gordon, Joe Harris.
Lowry retires though.
Yeah.
I think.
So Evan Fournier, Spencer Dinwiddie, OG.
OG get paid. DeJounte Murray.
Oh, did that?
Damn, that sucks for the Raptors, man. They got to pay Siakam and OG in the same.
And Gary Trent.
Oh,
Gary Trent's leave.
Think about it.
Go back down. Keep going down. We gotta see. There's more names. See, in this list, Kuzma. I think the rest.
What are we talking about for this year?
Oh, well, go to the.
This year, I think he's like Harden, Russ, Harden, Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie's
D'Lo.
D'Lo stays with the Lakers.
D'Lo gonna stay. Yeah,
there are a lot of guys who are on player options. It looks like.
Russ, who the hell knows, man? He bounces around.
I feel like at this point in his career, I think he just needed to go to a team that drives a young point guard and then just be his mentor. I think that would be the best option for Russ. Just be a mentor to somebody.
I think okay, so Scoot Henderson, right? Mm-hmm. He kind of he's better than Russ was at this age, I think. Mm-hmm. But it's close. But they play similar styles, like above the rim. Mm-hmm. I could see he's a better shooter than Russ though.
Yeah,
for sure. But maybe bring Russ into wherever Scoot goes.
Yeah, I think it would be a great fit for just him being like his mentor. And then this is like Russ like last few years. So I think, it'd be great just to see him being a mentor to like a Scoot Henderson, just, helping them understand, hey, I love your style of play. You remind me when I was coming in the league, but this is how you can keep your longevity.
Because with Russ, he's always been a top passer in the league.
Yeah.
That's what sets him apart. Even though he's super athletic, That's what kind of what John Morant does too. Like he averages around like 7 or 8 assists a game.
Yeah,
but he still averages about 27 a game.
No, but I think a lot of point guards, I think sooner or later they start to realize, let me go ahead and go in that facilitator role.
It's like Mike Conley right now.
Mike Conley, we're seeing Chris Paul in that route. Yeah.
Chris Paul's always been that, though. He's always been a pass-first guy. I mean, New Orleans, he had to put a little bit more of the offensive weight on.
But I think
even the Clippers.
Yeah, even the Clippers. But I think when he went to Houston, then OKC is starting to look like, okay, I'm just play facilitator role.
Yeah, those teams, every team that he's been on has been good.
Good, yeah.
Because he leads, he's a good leader. Unfortunately for him, his legacy is going to be marked by the fact that he hasn't won a championship yet or an MVP.
Well, you got to look at the teams he played for and then like the years he played for them.
His best chance was that Rockets series when they went down, when they were up 3-2.
That was his
and then
he got hurt.
He hit his hamstring, and then they lost the next 2 games.
And then the second try was with the Suns when they could have won.
They were up 2-0, man. They choked.
But it's just that determination from a young Giannis, just wanting to get that win. I think when teams want it more than the team that should win it, it's like the Bucks didn't let.
No,
that go.
Yeah, Giannis knew he needed that.
It'd been different if they was up 3-0 and then that's closing the door like on the Bucks. But you was up 2-0 and then.
I mean, the Bucks had already been to a finals too.
Because Giannis, he knew that season he needed to top it off with a championship because he had already won the MVP. Actually, no, he didn't win the MVP.
He had won.
He had won the MVP the year before, and he had a defensive player of the year as well.
But I think
had they been in the finals before?
Did they lose?
No,
that was our first.
That was their first finals.
Yeah.
Who lost in the bubble then?
That was the Heat.
Heat. Oh, I forgot about the Heat.
Yeah, the Heat.
They're so forgettable.
The bubble teams, man. The bubble was so weird.
That was interesting.
That's like a repressed memory. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, that was interesting.
Bro, you had guys like T.J. Warren going off. Okay.
Yeah.
Not that T.J. Warren is a bum by any means.
T.J. Warren.
But he turned into prime MJ for like 5 games. He averaged like 35 a game.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Did he go crazy?
He went crazy he went crazy for like 5 games. Everyone was like, "Oh, T.J. Warren."
Yeah, I remember Marvin Williams. Wait, who got in that fight in that game? Was it Marvin Williams?
Marvin Williams, that's a name.
That is a name.
What a bust that guy was. Came out of UNC, second overall pick to the Hornets, and he was just never good. Never developed into the player.
Hey, let's not talk about UNC. Fucking pissed me off.
Well, you know, it is what
they'll come back.
Fucking Caleb Love and it's
he's in the transfer portal, man.
Now we about to look like some shit because fucking Hubert.
You got Bagot though.
Yeah, for his 5th year.
Yeah, but I mean, we got 2 4-stars coming in. We like
UNC will be fine, bro.
Yeah, but back to the NBA. Yeah, man, it's just I feel like Chris Paul is just like most of the guys that we think about when you look at legends, like Charles Barkley, great player, but he ain't in the ring. Karl Malone,
Stockton, Nash,
great players, but when it was that time, they had to go against teams that was like a little bit better than they were. Like when Chris Paul was with the Hornets, they wasn't that good. He went to the Clippers. They had the team.
Here, I'll say this about Chris Paul, though. I don't mean to interrupt you, but with Chris Paul, he got shafted by the league.
Yeah.
Like, that trade to LA was set in stone.
And that was bullshit.
That was bullshit.
That was bullshit.
David Stern.
They would have won a chip.
Rest in peace, David Stern. But David Stern knew that was some bullshit.
Because, no, I don't understand this. Because you vetoed the trade in what, 2009, right? Or no, was it 2011? Was it 2009 or 2011? I don't remember. Whatever year it was.
It was some trade that he felt like the NBA owners
they were like, oh, it's too powerful. And then you let LeBron... But then you let LeBron build... Literally the next season, you let LeBron build that super team. It's because LeBron is the face of the league, and they want to see him succeed. With Chris Paul, he was up there, but he wasn't that guy. So they're like, it's too good.
You know what that tells you? A lot about the league? That LeBron runs the NBA. That tells you right at that moment he run the league when he made that announcement.
Listen, before LeBron came to the league, not to say that the NBA was, they're profitable obviously, but then they get a guy like LeBron, ticket sales soar through the roof, TV sales soar through the roof because it's LeBron.
No, yeah, because I think when you look at, there's never been like a high school player
like LeBron. Since Kareem.
James.
Kareem was the last
one.
Yeah,
that was like this. That's the last time we seen that. And I know y'all probably sitting there watching like, oh, y'all about to give us the LeBron James spill because y'all might be LeBron fans, big LeBron fans. I respect his game, but I'm not a big LeBron fan like most people be. Disregard his legacy. Because he did lose the fucking finals to the fucking Mavs. And when you look at the Mavs roster,
that one finals,
it hurts
that
his
was
legacy so much.
That's only that one fucking finals. Is
the other ones,
mark.
okay, he had no shot.
But the ones he lost, I can't really put the blame on him.
Except the Mavericks.
I mean,
That's
the Mavericks, the only one I can sit here and say
he fucking sold.
You have a way better team.
He fucking sold
to fucking choke that series away.
He fucking sold. It's simple.
Yeah, but. No, but like back to me saying like LeBron was the most hyped high school player, but LeBron had greatness all 4 years. And all his 4 years of high school, they lost one state title. First of all, if I beat LeBron in the state championship game,
I'm holding that forever.
Yeah, I'm holding that forever. I'm flashing my ring and tagging LeBron like, yeah, I know you got NBA rings, but I got the ring that you wish you had. No, but
LeBron don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. Yeah, you know somebody
petty. Yeah,
some guy on higher right now like this. Yeah, I beat LeBron.
I beat LeBron in 2001 in the state championship game.
Somebody like that right there. But when LeBron coming into the league, it was a lot of hype because he was already on sports covers, the chosen one, and I think he lived up to that. And not a lot of guys coming straight out of high school lived up to that point.
Well, imagine, put yourself in LeBron's shoes. You're sitting in an interview as a 17-year-old kid, and the interview says, if you're not a Hall of Fame caliber player, people are going to call you a bust. Like, think about that. And he's like, there ain't no pressure. Like, he knew he was going to be that guy.
Confidence. It's the confidence, man. I think he knew at an early age that you have to have that confidence coming into this game. Like,
if you ask a lot of players that, like Charles Barkley, I think said it. LeBron or I don't know if it was Charles, but somebody said LeBron was ready to play in the league at like 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, because mentally he was already knowing that.
I mean, even physically.
And physically.
Like, because even when you see, I don't know if y'all watch like More Than an Athlete series that was on ESPN Plus, but like watching that series when he talks about his journey being a high school player, and then when he first came to the league, he had Maverick, he had Rich Paul, he had all these guys that he was friends with, putting his team together at an early age, trusting these guys and these people that's like corporate people that's like, oh, I only want to talk LeBron. But these are guys that, I represent LeBron James, and they can come in the room and negotiate deals. And like you see, like
it's like Rich Paul.
He had a team early in his mind, like, hey, I knew it. Like even Rich Paul could even say, LeBron could have went to another agent. He had to trust him, but he trusted him, and you see where he at now. Like now, Rich Paul, top 10.
He's one of the biggest agents in sports.
Top 10 biggest sports agency in sports. When you have probably above like $400 million net worth, like look at Forbes, because like it's a lot of net worth, and and like it's just amazing seeing that.
Rich Paul's worth 120 mil.
Exactly. Like, and then you go to
he
Forbes
manages
list.
LeBron, who's worth probably $1 billion.
I mean, I want to see how much Clutch Sports is worth.
Clutch Sports has got to be like almost billions.
Yeah, because it's a Forbes list.
It's a billion. It's got to be billions. Because LeBron himself is worth close to $1 billion now, if not $1 billion.
They have 120 clients. They're number 9 for sports agencies.
And when you go to sports agencies, you're gonna see the most valuable ones. You're gonna see a list, and then boom,
Clutch Sports.
I'd be surprised.
Contracts, they're at 2.2 bill.
Yeah.
Commissions, they're at 100 mil.
Exactly. Like look at that. Like
just off commission.
And the crazy thing is, he didn't even go to school for the shit he did.
No.
So that tells you a lot of trust.
The only other person in basketball he's really behind looks like CAA, maybe Wasserman. Everyone else is kind of spread out. Like you got a few baseball people, a few hockey people.
I mean, he behind Rock Nation, but those are like agencies that been like known for years. That's been around for years, and they do like other sports.
Yeah, no, they're all doing a lot of other sports, whereas Clutch only really does basketball, a little bit of football.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
I'm trying to find the best football player they have is Jalen Hurts and Chase Young. So they're really just working into football.
And they got Asia Wilson.
Man, that's solid, bro.
Yeah, no, they got a few they got mostly basketball people.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Hurts almost won MVP last year. So
yeah, first of all, shout out to Jalen Hurts for having an all-female team that represent him. Like,
Facts.
that's big things. Like, that tells you a lot, man. Like, we got to give flowers to a lot of these people that work with these athletes, that these people that work behind the scenes for these professional athletes, work in the room trying to get their client notice.
Maybe
But-
Lamar Jackson should,
Get an
consider
agent.
it.
I mean, I feel like if he would have got an agent, I mean, it would be easier.
The deal would be done.
Yeah, because I think
deal would be done.
it would have been no more of a hassle. I think it's just too much wasted time. Even though we're going back to Lamar, it just tells you like it's so much wasted time.
It's exactly what Anthony said a couple episodes ago. If you're the Ravens, you're throwing a contract offer to the guy's face.
Yeah.
And he's not going to negotiate with you.
No.
He's going to feel disrespected. Why do you think you requested a trade?
Yeah.
If it was an agent, the agent would be like, okay, we're going to take this and we're going to, look at it.
Start
and then
cooperating, having a conversation.
would have been done already.
Yeah.
Like you said, it would have been done.
No, I think the approach I think Lamar trying to go is trying to like prove like he's trying to be very vocal about what his worth is, which is understandable. But in this league, in the NFL, it's a losing battle. It's not like the NBA where you can be vocal how you feel and like the commissioner's listening and he's probably going to
Goodell does not give a single fuck.
Goodell not giving a
But
fuck how you feel.
That gets into the Miller class. We were talking about that. We're talking about the NBA where guys like LeBron can actually go out there with, I don't want to call it political issues, but like social issues. And like Silver will back them.
No. We had.
But in the NFL with the whole Colin Kaepernick thing.
Oh,
I think I said in class, I was like, I just love how, in the NFL they was making it look like Kaepernick was the villain, but years later, now we're about diversity, we're about the inclusion. I'm like, no, that's bullshit because you didn't want to do that when Kaepernick doing because you was afraid that
they needed
is a problem.
Kaepernick, when he chose to do it, he knew him doing that would put him at risk to not, because he did it in a contract year, right?
Yeah.
So he went out as a free agent, and a lot of owners are looking at this guy like, why am I gonna bring him in? It doesn't make sense to bring that headache. When in reality, if he'd maybe had done it a few years before or prior, he might have got a better message. But I mean, he got blackballed hard.
Man, this is why I always say, man, the league it's like a losing battle when you're trying to go against teams. We've seen this shit. Matter of fact, the perfect example about dealing with teams and trying to get a bigger deal. Look at Le'Veon Bell when he was trying to go against the fucking Steelers. He was trying to bully his way, like saying, "Oh, I'm not coming in till y'all pay me this deal." You know what happened?
They let him go.
All right, bro. I mean, enjoy free agency, bro. And then ever since then, his career never been the same. And it just tells you, it's a losing battle.
I just cannot believe we signed to a 4-year deal and he played 1 year.
It was a losing battle, man. It's a losing battle, man. That's what tells you.
I'm just surprised Goodell is still a commissioner, to be honest with you.
He just signed an extension.
Yeah, I mean, because
I'm just surprised. Bro.
I think sooner or later, man, it's crazy, man. Because
all the owners back him. That's why
they do.
Yeah,
because he brings in money.
He brings in money. Not only that, but he does whatever the owners want.
He's a puppet.
Wait. Speaking of owners, do y'all know the owner for the 76ers and the New Jersey Devils trying to make a bid to buy the Commanders for $6 billion?
Magic Johnson was in there too.
Yeah, I think Joe Harris.
I got a notification about it before.
Yeah, I was like looking at it, I was like, ooh.
I mean, they have to. Dan Snyder can't because he hasn't put money back in years. Like they're still at their stadium. I'm pretty sure I saw they still have like Redskins stuff portrayed. Like they're that financially behind.
I found it. Canadian billionaire Steve Astopoulos, I don't know how to say his last name, has also submitted a fully funded $6 billion offer for the Commanders, sources tell me. But it's not just them. There's other people. So it's the Canadian guy, the Josh Harris Mitchell Rails group, which now includes Magic Johnson, officially submitted a fully financed bid for the Commanders. So yeah, there's 2 people now that want to own the Commanders. Commanders. Magic Johnson.
You see their stadium.
Magic Johnson already owns the Lakers.
That stadium is trash. I'm gonna be honest.
It's fucking trash.
The
It's
fans
horrible.
fell on Jalen Hurts.
It's a bad stadium. That's why they built a new one.
Sewer lines leaking into the stands.
I remember I drove by that stadium before, bro. I'm like, yo, this place is trash.
Because now the part of Merlin's is just bad. It's just horrible. But, as I always say, fuck the Commanders. Because, they're in the NFC East Division.
Dan Snyder's just...
Yeah,
Dan Snyder's just a shitty person.
No, he's a piece of shit. Let's just say that. He's just a piece of shit.
He's just not a good owner or a good person in general.
But enough about that guy. The NBA standings. This shit is interesting now because the Timberwolves jumped into the 6th seed. The Clippers is the 5th seed.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors is in the play-in now with the Pelicans behind them. The Lakers is at the 9th slot. OKC is at the 10th. The Mavericks have fallen out the playoffs.
The Mavericks will jump back in because Shea just got hurt and he's going to be out for the final 2 games or few games.
Fuck.
Bro, the Mavericks lost a back-to-back to the Charlotte Hornets. Okay? They suck. How?
That's who OKC plays tonight.
A healthy Luka.
And the Hornets had like 5-7 players.
Hornets didn't even have anyone, bro.
They have a bench.
And they still beat them.
That should tell you something.
What is going on there in Dallas?
They did beat Indiana last night.
No,
what the fuck is going on in Dallas?
But you know what it tells you? It tells you a lot that already Mark Cuban need to go ahead and the writing's on the wall.
You need to blow that shit already, bro.
Kyrie is not coming the fuck back.
No.
He's not coming back. Let's just get that out there.
It's crazy.
Go down. Look at the Hornets. Look at the Hornets.
Gordon Hayward, 22 points.
Fucking Dennis Smith Jr. going low.
I love Dennis Smith Jr.
Oh, me too.
He's starting now because LaMelo's out.
PJ Washington with a 21.
Bro, I mean, the Mavericks last night, okay, they beat the Pacers. They didn't have Tyrese Halliburton. Okay?
They needed it. They needed
that. They're 37 and 39 with 2 of the best players in the NBA.
I want to see what the record is since Kyrie.
It's fucking it's trash, dude. How are you? How? I just don't get it. I mean, granted, okay, they're out of 6th by 2 games, and they're 37 and 39, which means they've played 76 games, so they got 6 more games.
Yeah, so
they have a tough schedule, bro.
Well, for real, let's go ahead and get the Jazz, the Blazers and Jazz out the playoffs. I'm gonna just go ahead.
Blazers are done now. They shut down Dame.
Yeah, they're out the picture now.
Shaedon Sharpe is starting for them.
Now we're gonna go to the Eastern Conference. The Knicks, 5th seed, of course. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Nets might fall out to go to the play-in because the Heat is balling to get in that 6th seed.
The Nets though, they surprised me. Yeah, they lost more games, but they're still in there. They're still hanging on by a thread.
The Hawks at the 8, Raptors at 9, then the Bulls at 10.
Bulls have been surging, bro.
And then now, look at the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. Every other team need to just go ahead and put the O beside them because the Magic's not going to make it. The Pacers not going to make it. The Wizards is definitely not going to fucking make it. So let's just go ahead and say that's going to be the playoffs right there.
Well, tonight, Celtics Wizards. That's a loss for the Wizards. Yeah. Cavs Hawks. That'll be a big game. Heat Raptors is a huge game for the play-in. Magic Grizzlies and cares about that game. Hornets Thunder. Thunder need to win that. Warriors Pelicans. That is another massive game.
Wait, is the Kings playing tonight?
Nah, they play tomorrow. Kings play tomorrow night against the Trailblazers.
Okay.
And they have to win. If they win that game,
if the Timberwolves play tonight or no?
If it loads, Timberwolves do not play tonight. They play tomorrow night.
I know the Kings need.
They play the Suns.
Clinch.
That's a tough game.
They need. If the Timberwolves lose, the Kings clinch.
I mean, the Kings are pretty much
regardless.
Stuck in third.
The Kings are not moving up unless
Memphis
has a collapse.
Whoever's at the 6th seed, that's gonna be an interesting matchup.
That's the fight. The fight's really 4 through whoever doesn't make it.
The most interesting matchup would be Kings Warriors because
I would love that series
because Curry, he's gonna dominate.
Yeah,
who's guarding? De'Aaron Fox can't play defense.
I mean, if the Warriors are in the play-in, whoever's playing them,
it's De'Aaron Fox versus Curry. Both of them can't play defense. No. So it's going to be a scoring fest for them.
Yeah.
And then Sabonis is better than Looney.
Yeah.
So that's a good matchup for them. But everybody else, the Warriors they clear everyone else, I feel like.
I mean, the Kings are good, though. The Kings got, like, Kevin Huerter.
Oh, I'm not disrespecting the Kings, but they just don't have any playoff experience. So
No, they don't.
The Warriors are going to come in there, and they're going to know, like, okay, we have way more experience than any of the teams that are currently in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, Curry has been in the playoffs, like, pretty much every year of his career. The past, like, 10 seasons, they've like top 3 seeds. It's just weird because the last time the Warriors were like this low of a seed was like 2013 before they were like really, really good.
Yeah.
That's the last time they were in the playoffs.
Nah, but before we end things, man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say this. I like this Final Four so far. I mean, it's the first time in history we don't have a 1, 2, or 3 seed. But I actually like this because, you know, it's a surprise. Like, we don't know who's going to win it. Like, UConn look like they're going to win it all.
They do.
But,
bro, UConn
FAU is a surprise.
Unstoppable, bro.
Because if FAU make it to the national title game,
that would be
do
wild.
y'all understand how big of a fucking
Well,
recruitment
they've
factor they have?
this is the only second time they've ever made the tournament in their team's
crazy.
history, and they're in the Final Four.
That tells you a lot about.
And I saw this comparison. It was like who they played against. They played like a comparison. This was like Bama versus FAU, and Bama's never made it to the Final Four, ever. And FAU's only made the tournament twice, and they've already.
Brandon
made the
Miller
Final
probably had one of the worst tournaments I've ever seen.
He sucked.
He hurt his draft stock a lot.
3 for 17 against SDSU.
Jesus
Granted,
Christ.
SDSU is a great defensive team, but
Just the tournament in general, he was terrible. He
Yeah,
had the lowest field goal percentage
Yeah.
in the tournament, like ever.
that's bad from a star. There it is.
Oh no, that's my boy. That's
No
that's
4K?
photographer. That's my photographer hometown
Okay,
worldwide.
we'll call it no 4K.
Yeah, but then but UConn, we're looking great.
Yeah.
We've won every game by 15.
I'm
That's
a
first time ever
I'm gonna be honest. It's UConn's.
to lose. It
lose,
is.
yeah.
It is UConn to lose it all.
Okay, so we got so it's SDSU versus FAU, right?
Yeah.
SDU.
SDSU.
No, you said
San Diego.
SCSU.
Oh, whatever. SDSU. SCSU is.
San Diego State.
I think about Southern Connecticut.
Yeah,
State.
I am.
You gotta check
I
that
did.
out.
I did think about
He
it.
was there over the weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
I was not, but yeah, we got Miami.
That's a surprise. The U in basketball is wow.
But, hey, they're no
no
slouch, bro.
They're not. It's just, you know what it tells you about this tournament? That the transfer portal fucking matters.
Oh, yeah.
In the sense now.
Oh, absolutely.
The transfer
Chandler Porter's
portal.
going to go crazy after this year.
What? USC already taking a hit. I'm going to see more
FAU,
schools.
bro.
FAU about to eat this year. They about to go in the recruiting trip for the class of 2024. They about to get everybody.
I mean, FDU, bro, they were 35-3 in their conference.
Well, they're 35-3
in
now.
the Conference USA.
They're 35-3 now.
Yeah, but
when
like,
they came in the tournament, they were like 30-3, but still.
And then when you go to the Conference USA, they what teams in the Conference USA? Go down.
What team usually makes it from Conference USA?
make their season.
Well, they got like Western Kentucky, Charlotte, Louisiana,
Florida
Tech,
International.
Rice. No.
Oh, it's like
Middle Tennessee.
because they don't have.
it's that conference.
Yeah.
Is Gulf Coast in there as well?
I'm seeing them. I'm seeing them once, so I don't think so. Because he played
Nah.
conference people twice.
Nah, Florida Gulf Coast. They no.
UTEP.
Oh, so it's that conference. So it's like Louisiana Tech was in the tournament a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And then Middle Tennessee was in the tournament. Obviously,
Yeah, and then of course, let me see. I know my women's bracket is still booming. Shout out to the women's team.
I can't believe UConn lost, man.
Damn.
Bro, Kaylin Clark. Can we talk about that 40-point triple double? That was
That shit
insane.
was.
Dude, she's a hooper. She
buckets.
is such a hooper.
Yo, you want to know why I'm excited about that matchup? Because I want to see that game.
Bro, no one can stop her, bro.
No.
I want to see her
Off
go
the
against South
screen?
Carolina. Against South Carolina, that's gonna be a great game.
South Carolina's defense. I was at the barbershop. The game was on, and they have the best defense like ever in women's history.
Man.
South Carolina.
Who is going to stop?
But no one's stopping. Like
Caitlin Clark is averaging like 35 a game in the tournament.
41, 12 assists, 10 boards, 8 for 14 from 3.
Yeah, dude, she was
That's
sniping.
insane.
Bro. She was sniping.
Nah, man, because you know who got to check her? Bria Beal. Who else?
Good luck.
Yeah.
No one's checking her, bro. The thing is, if South Carolina wins, though, they don't have any other. They have no problem.
I mean, LSU is pretty good.
No, yeah.
They had a good coach.
But VT and LSU, I don't see them beat. I don't know if they're going to beat South Carolina, though.
I don't even know if they beat Iowa.
I don't. Whoever wins that game is going to win the tournament, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because Iowa, no one's stopping.
Right now, South Carolina's favored by 11.5.
Again, that's crazy.
Man, all I'm
that just shows how good they are.
All I'm going to say is, man, I believe in Dawn. They're going to get this win.
I believe in.
They're going to go back-to-back on you motherfuckers.
Yeah, I believe in
Back-to-back
star
with
power,
Drake,
dude.
yeah.
This is about star power. Like, no one's guarding.
But that's one. No, that's one. Now go to South Carolina and then look at the
South
list.
Carolina's got a good team, but like even behind Caitlin Clark, they got someone who having 17, 11.
Look, man. See, y'all.
South Carolina here somewhere. I mean, this is a well-rounded team. They play good defense. They get 7 steals a game.
But who's going to stop Aaliyah Boston?
No one.
Exactly.
But it's going to be the battle of who scores more. I mean, obviously. Who's going to score more? Aaliyah Boston or Caitlin Clark?
We're just going to have to wait at 9 o'clock on the end of the month, the end of March, on that Friday at 9 o'clock. We going to see.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, if UConn makes a national championship game on next Monday.
Crazy.
You're not here.
Oh, no.
All right, guys. So just to let y'all know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll be in class now.
All right. So we're about to wrap it up. And just let y'all know, if I'm the only one here interviewing Coach Minetti, these two guys
we'll
up in
we'll be here.
And
I'll be wearing my UConn merch if we win, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Y'all going to wear UConn merch?
Yeah.
Well, the game's late. The game's at 9:20.
Yeah. On a Monday night, yeah.
Monday night.
Hey, listen. We still got to beat Miami. We got to beat Miami.
Yeah.
Miami's
one game at a time there, fellas.
One game at a time. That's how it always is. One game at a time.
Yeah. So that's all for the Sport Aces podcast. Definitely go ahead, give us a follow on Apple Podcasts. Just give us a good listen, give us a 5-star rating, and share it to your friends and family along with our Sports Aces podcast YouTube channel. Go ahead, give it a share, give us a subscribe, and just check us out, man. And follow us on our Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter pages as well. So, I'm Chris Ortega.
Anthony Conte.
Tom Bucciafero.
And this is the Sport Aces podcast, and we'll see you this Friday.